Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the February 7th Village Council meeting. Please stand and join in the pledge of allegiance to the flag of our country. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good evening, everyone. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Slipping, sliding around on the ice, the snowstorm we had.
How many people lost power? Anybody here?
I don't think anybody in town.
Yep, no one in town.
Everybody out around us did.
You lose power?
Huh? Roll call, please.
Mr. Hampton.
Here.
Mr. Locke.
Here.
Mr. Loomis.
Here.
Mr. Redfern.
Here.
Ms. Smith.
Here.
And Mr. Walters.
First on the agenda, need a motion to approve the fiscal officer minutes from the previous meetings.
Second.
Any discussion on those minutes? Roll call.
Mr. Hampton.
Yes.
Mr. Locke.
Yes.
Mr. Loomis.
Yes.
Mr. Redfern.
Yes.
Ms. Smith.
Yes.
Next on the agenda, need a motion to approve the fiscal officer's financial reports.
So moved.
Sorry. Roll call.
Mr. Hampton.
Yes.
Mr. Locke.
Yes.
Mr. Loomis.
Yes.
Mr. Redfern.
Yes.
Ms. Smith.
Yes.
Adam, you got anything for us tonight?
I do not.
Correspondence and messages, just a big shout out to the guys that worked all weekend since last Thursday. Trying to keep ahead of the snow and the ice. Daunting task. All the volunteers, the fire department and the EMS, they ran 2 crews, kept people trying to move them. Took lots of folks to different family members to keep them out of the weather. Just appreciate everybody's efforts.
Yeah. They were out over. They were out a lot every time.
Yep. Lots of service
They
runs.
work.
Under finance this evening, need a motion to approve resolution 11-2022, approve the transfer from state highway funds to street funds.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Hampton.
Yes.
Mr. Locke.
Yeah.
Mr. Loomis.
Yes.
Mr. Redfern.
Yes.
Ms. Smith.
Yes.
Next, resolution 12-2022, approve transfers. Transfers this evening are $278.52 from Waterworks to the Sarah Reservoir Debt Service, $2,500 from sewer to sewer replacement, $1,281.41 from Waterworks to the South Hill Clover Hill Debt Service, $281.21 from Waterworks to the Borough Debt Service, $5,000 from sewer to the sewer debt service, $3,477.51 from sewer to the Roseville debt service, $1,943.93 from fire levy to the fire levy debt service, $1,046.73 from EMS to the fire levy debt service, $10,000 from income tax to the general fund, $10,000 from state highway to the street fund, $10,000 from income tax to the general fund, and $10,000 from state highway to the street fund. That's a list of your transfers.
So moved.
Roll call.
Mr. Hampton.
Yes.
Mr. Locke.
Yes.
Mr. Loomis.
Yes.
Mr. Redfern.
Yes.
Ms. Smith.
Yes.
Next under there, resolution 13-2022, approve reallocation supplemental appropriations.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Hampton.
Yes.
Mr. Locke.
Yes.
Mr. Loomis.
Yes.
Mr. Redfern.
Yes.
Ms. Smith.
Yes.
Next under that, resolution 14-2022, approve payments.
So moved.
Second. Roll call.
Mr. Hampton.
Yes.
Mr. Locke.
Yes.
Mr. Loomis.
Yes.
Mr. Redfern.
Yes.
Ms. Smith.
Yes.
And resolution 15-2022, payroll.
So moved.
Second. Roll call.
Mr. Hampton.
Yes.
Mr. Locke.
Yes.
Mr. Loomis.
Yes.
Mr. Redfern.
Yes.
Ms. Smith.
Yes.
Under service this evening, we have trash haul permits, waste management, and BA disposal. Waste management's paid their permit fee, showed a copy of their insurance card. BA disposal. Listed their insurance company did not provide proof that paid their insurance, or paid the permit fee. That's all we have in the file.
Say again, could you repeat that, please?
From the beginning,
No, about BA.
BA disposal, filled out their renewal, paid the permit, wrote down their insurance carrier, did not provide proof. There's no proof of insurance in the packet. We don't have a deck sheet showing proof of insurance.
Then I make a motion to approve waste management and wait on BA until they give us proof of insurance.
Second.
Now, when these, there's a certain amount of liability that they have to carry, right?
1 million liability,
And we're listed as
additional insured.
additional insured.
I have a question, Lacey. Last time we voted, we did the same thing with the company that we didn't have no copy of their insurance. Did we get it?
I called him and she's supposed to be sending me a copy.
You
I haven't
haven't got it
received
from
it
the
yet.
last time yet then?
No. It took me forever to get a hold of her. I
We
called and
approve it.
called.
We approve it in lieu.
We approved it in lieu that they do it, but I think in this case with BA, we should just approve waste management, and leave BA until they prove it and then come back and re-vote on it.
The question arises then, what happens while they collect trash if they have an accident? Who's responsible?
Hopefully they got insurance.
They'll be responsible.
They don't have a permit to pick up trash. If
Right.
we
They'll
don't
definitely be
approve it,
responsible.
so they're
Yeah,
responsible.
Okay, are we gonna allow them to pick up trash or not? That's the bottom line, right?
Well, we just need to get a hold of them and have them provide the copy of the insurance.
There's a deadline for the renewal,
Okay.
and at the end of
Contact
February.
Cummins, tell them to send me a copy of the deck sheet.
I can't remember if it's the beginning or the
I'll call
end.
them in the morning.
Kind of pushed it back because missed the one meeting.
Yeah, and then there's
So-
there's a fine for every month after that they don't have their,
So Courtney will try to get a hold of them tomorrow.
That's an
Both of
insurance
them.
company, they have to pay a fine, not,
No, it's us.
Waste management's good. They've got a copy of their policy here.
If they don't provide the information.
BA does not. BA's listed their carrier and their telephone number. All we
Yeah, I'll
just
just
need
call
to
the
do is just call them and get a copy from the insurance carrier.
So you don't even want to approve them in lieu of?
not BA.
That was what your motion was, and that's what Fred seconded?
Yep.
Okay, motion to approve waste management, and, table BA disposal.
That's already made.
Roll call.
Mr. Hampton.
Yes.
Mr. Locke.
Yes.
Mr. Loomis.
Yes.
Mr. Redfern.
Yes.
Ms. Smith.
yes.
Okay. Under legislative this evening, need a motion to approve second reading of ordinance 2706. Is this the
I
first
think it's
reading?
the first.
Is this the first reading? I thought we did the first reading back in January. No? Okay. Motion for the first reading for ordinance 2706, amending the ordinance of number 2455, the ordinances to fix and establish the water and sewer rates for the village of Crooksville, suspending the 3% increase for 2022.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Hampton.
Yes.
Mr. Locke.
Yes.
Mr. Loomis.
Yes,
Mr. Redfern.
Yes,
Ms. Smith.
Yes.
I thought we did that.
Yeah,
I did too.
we did that. We did it, we just didn't have the paperwork.
Right,
We had the
that's
first reading.
correct.
This is the second reading.
Okay.
Check the minutes for me on that, but I believe this is the second reading.
Did we do it in resolution form or should have done it in ordinance form though?
I don't think it was from that one.
Resolution, you
If
only
it-
need one reading, right?
Maybe it was the first
To amend an
week of
ordinance, you gotta-
January.
We have to amend it every year.
We did. Okay. Next, need a motion for the second reading for ordinance 2704, waiving residency requirements for the village fiscal officer.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Hampton.
Yes.
Mr. Locke.
Yes.
Mr. Loomis.
Yes,
Mr. Redfern.
Yes,
Ms. Smith.
Yes.
And motion for the second reading, for 2705, waiving the residency requirement for the village administrator.
so moved.
second.
Roll call.
Mr. Hampton.
Yes.
Mr. Locke.
Yes.
Mr. Loomis.
Yes,
Mr. Redfern.
Yes,
Ms. Smith.
Yes.
Next, 5 seconds holding out, kiddo.
really thinking hard.
Civil disobedience right there at its best.
Suspense.
We're almost 7:50.
I'm done with you.
Borderline extortion. Need a motion to go to, Brian, you have anything for us tonight? No. Okay.
well, I got one thing, we could under, new business. A resident on White House Street contacted me about the, storm drains there across from 333 and across the street. There's 2 storm catch basins that are totally plugged up. And this water's going to melt now, it's going to run back into his basement, that big Bob Stone burner. And I told him try to get something done about it. I think all it has to do is get chopped off, the ice chopped off of it, so it'll work.
Where is it?
It's there on White House Street. As soon as you come down the hill and it flattens out, there's 2 catch basins, one on each side of the road.
In
But-
front of Stoney's place.
Yeah, and across the street from it.
Okay.
At 333, I think is one address.
There's 2 down there.
Yeah,
I'll talk to the guys about it tomorrow.
yeah. Well, I know things is, starting to thaw and,
Mark will get it.
yeah. And, one other thing. The drain behind the Catholic church that was damaged when they put in the water line. I want to make sure that gets repaired because we can't put any spoutings into that line until it's fixed. And what it is, when they put the new tap in, they broke the line, and now it dumps water right into the church basement. So we got the downspouts all out of the house and going out top the ground. And the church put in a brand new catch basin in that alley on our own and under supervision of the guys from the water or street department. So we done everything right, but it still leaks. So they run a camera down and the tile's still broken and it needs dug up as soon as weather permits. Okay? So I just want to make sure I got that on the record there. So that gets done at some time once the weather breaks. So then they got some new, the church basement needs redone where that water come in. So we had to put new walls up and stuff where the water leaked through. But
Do you have insurance?
sure.
Wait a minute. How much money do we have in the stormwater replacement fund? I know we used quite a bit of it when
I can tell you.
Let's see, I'm looking at.
just out of curiosity, that's what we used to fix that issue. That's what
Well, it
it's
shouldn't
for.
be too much, Bill. It's only a 4-inch, 6-inch line.
6 inch.
Tile, though?
Something like that, yeah.
Tile needs to come out and have something else put in.
There's just one tile, I think, maybe two, that they tore up when they put the water tap in. There again, it goes back on the fact that we didn't have supervision. And we paid the inspector to be there, but he evidently didn't catch that, and they didn't repair it. Now, subsequently, we got water in
I
the
just
church
wondered
basement.
how it was built, and I know we used on it for the Gilbert.
Yeah, it won't take that much, but stormwater.
China Street, we used out of it there a year and a half, 2 years ago to work on Keystone, the drains behind the ditch. Which, doesn't have the balance on, it's just what we've expended.
I know that according to what we brought in there in January, it's $3,300 in January. According to this, I'm thinking we're somewhere. I'll find it here. You should know.
I don't have it in
That's
front of me.
okay, we don't need it right
It's
now.
probably in
Just
there.
getting on
Something-
there to
okay.
look maybe.
See, just wanted to monitor that
I
fund, I mean,
think
that's one of the reasons.
Somewhere 15, 16,000 was left, I think.
We got more than that in it.
Maybe
That's what I was
20?
thinking.
I was thinking it had 30 in it.
At one time, it did have over
Alley.
30. 32 the last time I
We had
remember.
Keystone,
but I
and
didn't
there was
use
a big
it.
project down off of China, down there on that one alley. Off of, what was that? Hall?
The whole High Street alley.
Yeah.
Yep, we did it up. We did
I wouldn't
portion
find
of
it
out
under
there.
appropriations, would it?
Just kinda curious where that
It doesn't
fund is
have
at.
balances on it.
I'd like to know where it's at.
Yeah.
Fund summary. Here it is, fund summary.
That was leverage other money possibly, but we have to do projects.
Stormwater utility,
You know, there's stuff.
25,306.
You beat her.
25,306. I had to find the right document, not that.
Good.
She pushed it as soon as you said
As
it.
you were saying it.
And then, so, yeah. Is that correct? Is that what you had?
I think that's what.
That's good, though. But it won't take that much. That's all I had, Mayor. So, we're going to executive session if you want, that's fine.
Need a motion to go to executive session for the Ohio Revised Code 121.22 G1 for personnel and G2 real estate.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Hampton.
Yes.
Mr. Locke.
Yeah.
Mr. Loomis.
Yes.
Mr. Redfern.
Yes.
Ms. Smith.
So where did we,
He said it was December 18th.
You should have.
Last year I had it done, and
We done our taxes
and
today.
then what, where did he go?
last year I had it done, I had them back.
He went to 15.
I had them waiting on us this year.
We are out of executive session. Need a motion to approve, Kurt Torres at $15 an hour after his 6-month probation, retro back to December 18th,
So moved.
Second.
2021. Roll call.
Mr. Hampton.
Yes.
Mr. Locke.
Yes.
Mr. Loomis.
Yes.
Mr. Redfern.
Yes.
Ms. Smith.
Yes.
Need a motion to approve Courtney. A pay bump to $15 an hour, probationary period for 6 months.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Explain why the pay
Yeah.
bump is, she's taking on a lot more duties.
A lot more duties between the village
She's
administrative
already one, I
assistant
guess.
and fiscal officer assistant. We have a motion and a second.
I did.
Yeah.
Roll call.
Mr. Hampton.
Yes.
Mr. Locke. Don't start with me, too.
Yeah.
Mr. Loomis.
Yes.
Mr. Redfern.
Yes.
Ms. Smith.
Hey.
Yeah, you don't like this.
Is there anything else come before council this evening? Motion to adjourn.
Make the motion.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Hampton.
Yes.
Mr. Locke.
Yes.
Mr. Loomis.
Yes.
Mr. Redfern.
Yes.
Ms. Smith.
Yes.
We're adjourned.
They can have the school tomorrow, Bill.
They already